So in my opinion, there are two types of income that I believe that most American households should have at all times, but sadly, 99% of all Americans today only have one type of income, and I'll show you what those types of income are and how you can get more of it and why you need it. Now, for those that are brand new to our channel, my name is Sam Kwok, one half of the Kwok Brothers, real estate investor and a serial entrepreneur. And here in our channel, we love to talk about different strategies, tactics to help you become financially independent, wealthy, and have financial peace of mind. And we're gonna talk about the two types of income today that I believe every American household should have starting right now. Let's go and begin. Now, a quick little origin story as to how I even discovered this concept of the two types of income. I normally work with clients who are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. A lot of them want to grow their wealth, passive income through real estate, pay down their debt, and so on. And when I look at their situation and see how fragile they are, they're fragile mainly because they're literally one event away from being completely wiped out financially, meaning they have one job, one income, maybe they have a spouse or a partner that's working as well, but typically that's also what I like to consider the fragile income, which is the first one, and that is the fast income, or I like to call it fast money. Now, fast money is typically money you earn from your job, if you have a side business, maybe you're self-employed, things that you do on a daily basis. Oftentimes, you're trading your precious time to create an earning and create income for yourself. And a lot of times your fast money, and the reason why I call it fast is because you can probably get a job relatively quickly and start earning money right off the bat. But on the flip side, you lose your job, there goes your income as well. Unless you have a pretty secure, hefty golden parachute or some kind of severance package. Your business or your job, if it goes away like that, your income's gone. And I'm not necessarily saying that fast money is bad. It's just that you need to start thinking about the second type of income, which I'll cover in just one sec. But just know that fast money in itself isn't gonna protect you or isn't gonna get you quite where you wanna be financially speaking. Okay, then what is the second type of income? Well, one's fast, the other one, you guessed it, is slow. So slow money or slow income are the income generated from assets, investments, and oftentimes, some people like to call this leveraged income. And I'll show you and explain in just a sec what that means. So slow money comes from, it could be stocks that you own, dividend paying stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, gold, precious metal, you name it. So it's money or wealth being generated without you necessarily actively being part of the creation of that wealth or the value of that type of income. Now, just like the name suggests, yes, it's gonna be slow to build, slow to generate, it's gonna grow very slowly over time. But on the flip side, it is that much secure and that much less volatile in terms of long-term income generation. And sadly, most of you that are watching this either won't have any slow income whatsoever, or you don't have enough to where you feel that slow income will eventually overtake your fast income. And that's not all, is that as you're building your slow income, it is so slow that you just feel like you don't have enough time to build it, and you feel like it's not growing as fast enough to build up to a point where you can retire at a desired age that you want to be done working. Now, the other aspect to slow income and why you want to grow this as much as possible is that slow income gives you and pays you independent of time. It requires less of your time currency to generate income currency. It's leverage, and the reason why it's called leverage is it's because it's leveraging the asset, it's leveraging other people's time, other people's labor. Let's say you invest in stocks and you invest in a couple shares of Apple. What you're really doing is you're leveraging the ingenuity, the people at Apple working, clocking in, clocking out every day, the engineers and innovators and manufacturers at work, literally tens of thousands of employees at Apple working to create value. That's what you're leveraging instead of you having to jump into Apple and working and creating value that way, right? So it's leveraging other people's time, other people's knowledge, and this actually has to do with what I like to call the four currencies, which I have a separate video about to talk about understanding what different currencies can leverage to generate slow income. So you want more slow income because it is generated independent of time, and we all know that time is a precious commodity, and a lot of you guys are working so hard, and the more work you do, you know that it doesn't necessarily mean more output of wealth and more output of income. And so a lot of you guys are thinking, well, if I keep this up and I have to keep working and working and working, how much more work do I have to do to build enough slow income, or at least more fast income to generate more slow income, right? And a lot of you watching this right now either feel like you're running out of time, that you're starting too late and you're having to catch up, and you're wondering, how do I get more of the slow money for me? Because I've been working all my life with fast money, blowing the money away. So I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. Now, there are two ways of increasing your slow money category size. Number one is to increase your fast money. Some of you, this might not be an option because you're either in a job or there's a certain limit or ceiling to how much money you can earn without putting more time in, right? So the way to increase your fast income, your fast money, is simply to increase your earning capacity, okay? And again, for most of you, you might be hearing this and going, yeah, that's not for me. Earning capacity means that you're increasing your knowledge currency, you're increasing your relationship currency, you're increasing how much money you can earn. Maybe it's a different opportunity, whereas if you're working at a cashier somewhere and you can only earn $20 an hour, well, probably not the best opportunity to increase your earning capacity because you can only earn so much being a cashier somewhere. Whereas if you maybe are a nurse at a hospital, you have a significantly higher earning capacity than you do as a cashier, and nothing wrong with being a cashier, by the way. So really the best way, if you have a job right now, the best way, I believe, my opinion, to increase your earning capacity is to either get self-employed, start a business on the side that would eventually flourish and grow. There's so many different ways to increase your fast money. We're not gonna get into all that today. And so as you increase your fast money, your fast income, you increase your earning capacity, you're gonna be more liquid, and you're gonna have a higher surplus of cash that you can later translate and acquire more assets, investments, other types of income producing leveraged asset, which one of my favorite ones, and we talk about here all the time on the channel, is real estate, specifically rental, multifamily real estate. Again, don't have the time right now to go deep into that, but that just happens to be one of my favorite slow money investment, multifamily real estate. So having said that, that is one type of way to increase your fast money. Subsequently, you'll increase your slow money because of the surplus that you're putting in to the slow money side. The second way of increasing your slow money side is, it has to do, yes, with earning capacity, but in a different way. So instead of necessarily starting a new business or a new job, what you're doing is you're gonna be now leveraging other people's resources, being other people's time, other people's money, other people's knowledge. Now, you might be asking, Sam, isn't that the same thing as just having leveraged income? Like, how would you even go about that? Well, this might kind of sound like the first way that I just described on how to increase your slow income. But what if you can start acquiring assets using other people's money? And this is fairly common in the world of real estate, and this is why I love multifamily rental real estate. What if, and what does it look like if we used other people's money to leverage in acquiring the assets to increase your slow income or slow money? And you do this by creating partnerships. So now we're leveraging relationships, and we're leveraging other people's money to fund your asset. Now, Daniel's got plenty of videos on how to do that, but I'm giving you a high-level example, a high-level overview of how to increase your slow money income by using other people's money. So I'll give you a very solid, concrete example. Let's say you go out, find a piece of a property, real estate rental property, 12 rental units. You know, it's probably about $1 million, let's, for example, let's say. And to do the down payment, let's say you need about $200,000. Well, you don't have $200,000. But because you can increase, not necessarily to start a business or self-employed or even increase your job income, what if just on the side, you invest a couple hours here and there every week to increase your real estate or asset knowledge, investment literacy, to where you understand what makes a deal, a real estate investment opportunity profitable. So by identifying an opportunity and analyzing that, okay, it is profitable, I've run the numbers, and you thoroughly can reasonably articulate why the said opportunity is going to be profitable, there are hungry investors and people with a ton of money that are looking for that kind of opportunity. So what's happening is you bring the knowledge, and a partner brings in their money. Yes, it's going to require a little bit of time on your side, yes, you're gonna have to analyze the deal and engage with relationships and so on, but it's not gonna be as where it's a full-time job. Where you don't have the money currency, you compensate using knowledge and time currency, and yes, relationship currency for sure, to bring in a relationship that does have the money, which in this case is $200,000 for the down payment. And what does it look like to go in 50-50? You being the 50% partner, owner of the said asset, and the partner who did bring the money also is a 50% partner in there as well. Now what you just achieved is now you have slow money income asset being built through real estate appreciation as well as income coming in from that said 12-unit apartment in this example. So what you've done is you're using sweat equity, which comprises of your knowledge that you built over time, a little bit of time, as well as the relationship that you're gonna build to bring in other people's money to acquire your slow money asset. And that is the second way of doing it. So it is in a way similar to the first one, whereas the first one is, hey, let's just figure out how to get you to increase your income with your current opportunity or switch to a new opportunity that will give you more of an income, more fast income, for you to then go acquire more of slow money assets on your own. The second way, I believe to be is a much faster way of doing it, is acquiring a little bit of knowledge, so investing your time to get a little bit of knowledge, building the relationship along the way of people that do have the money, go finding the opportunity, an investment opportunity that you can articulate as well as thoroughly rationalize as to why it's going to be profitable through analysis. Boom, allows you to then increase your slow money income faster, what I believe then your first type. So those are the two types of money, two types of income that I believe every American household should have to not only increase their wealth, generational wealth, more income, as well as over time slowly buying back their time so that they're not at 65, 70, 75 years old still working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, which I personally believe is not the most optimal lifestyle at that point of your life. So having said that, those are the two types of income. If you felt that this was extremely valuable, share this with a friend or family member that you want to make sure that they're on the right path to grow their income, to grow their money, to grow their wealth.